All aboard!
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Moon Studio Iceland. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front. Here we have a nice image of Iceland in his robot mode, in his trade mode. His name is Iceland up top. Iceland, MSO2, Radiotron. On this side we have Iceland. On this side we have Iceland. On the bottom we have nothing. On the back we have our obligatory product shots, this set, the other things and stuff. Warning, don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Iceland, and this is the first component released by Moon Studio for their Radiotron Combiner, their take on Raiden from the Headmaster's cartoon, and this is their take on Yukikaze. And here he is in his robot mode. Quite nice design. Very cartoony. Let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his belly but at his noggin. Whoop. Oh, there's the noggin. You can see you got some nice silver paint there for the head sculpt, metallic blue there for the visor, nice silver there for the face. Some nice pouty lips. But, oh no, very nice design. You get some yellow and red there in the chest. You get little bits of green in there as well. On his thighs are die-cast. And I do believe his toes, I think the toes are die-cast as well. But yeah, all in all, a very nice design. Moving up the back, it's a fairly clean transformation. Just a little bit of a backpack, but all in all, not too shabby. These side panels are supposed to be there. That is accurate to his design. So all in all, not too bad. This toe here, though, a little loose on mine, but it's okay. It's his foot, so you're never going to know because he's going to be standing the whole time. But all in all, a pretty nicely done design in my opinion. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You do get a lot of wiggly-waggly here. You can totally look up and squirrel. Can totally do that. Can look down. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You can see this panel can move out of the way. To accommodate that, you can also use the transformation joint and get even more outward movement there. You do have bicep rotation. You have a double jointed elbow. You have wrist rotation. You do have nice posable fingers here. You do have wrist rotation. The thumb is on a ball joint at the base, and you also have a hinge right here. And each finger is on a ball joint at the base, and a finger mid-knuckle there. So you have some nice posable fingers there. You do have waist rotation. You kind of have to move the backpack out of the way to use it. He does have a waist joint. You have to unlock it, because it does have a locking mechanism here. So you have to undo this here. You can see there's a little clip. And if you undo that clip, voila, now he has an ab crunch, if you want to use it. But me personally, I always leave it locked, but totally up to you. If you want to use it, it's there to use it. These little skirt pieces can move out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. Legs can move forward that far, back that far, outward. You can do the full splits. You do have thigh rotation, not a lot, but you get some thigh rotation. The knees can bend 90 degrees. And as far as the feet go, they can move up and downward a little bit, not a whole lot of room to work with there because, you know, his legs are just a big block. But you do have ankle tiltage, lots of ankle tiltage. And you have that toe joint, you can move that down and kind of shift that upward a little bit if you need it for supporting any posing. Oh, and one more thing articulation-wise, if you want to use it, since he does transform into a foot for the combiner, he does have this joint right here, which you can use for reasons, you know, hey, you can do it. You can kind of do teapot mode, you know, you can do it. Hey, things you can do if you want to do it. Now, as far as accessories go, he does include his weapons here. He has his blaster, just cast in black. You get a little bit of red in there. Overall, pretty nice design. And in this case, the tab is in the palm, which goes into a slot in the handle. And you just plug it in, plug it in. Does plug in quite securely, and you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff there. You do also get this big old thing right here, which again, just done in all black. And you can flip down a handle. You can also hold this as a handheld weapon if you wish, because hey, why not? There I say, why not? Just plug that in, and you can hold that, and pew pew boom boom, pew pew boom boom, although it's kind of heavy, a little too heavy for his joints there, but yeah, a little too heavy there for his joints. But you can still have those as handheld weapons if you want. If you want to store everything, you can do so as well. You can just flip this back up, and you want to plug this in at an angle like that, because if not, it won't clear this part. So just bring it in at an angle, then turn it, and there's a little tab that will go to a slot right there. You can have it like that. You can hold that all as just one weapon. You can take this and just plug all this onto his back like that for storage, because hey, storage. So there you go. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with MP44 Optimus Prime. You can see these guys are quite big. These guys, they're definitely larger figures than I thought they were going to be, but they're, yeah, nicely sized. So there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So, first thing we need to do is just kind of ball his hands up here. Just get his hands into fists so that everything can compact nice and neatly. So there we go. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here to the shoulders. You want to take this panel, just bring this out and down. This panel is on a slider here, so just work that forward like that. Bring this panel up like so. You want to then compress the arm up like that, and then bring the arm up on this hinge right here. So bring it up, just kind of push the forearm forward. That will engage that hinge there, and then you bring that up, and there's a tab that will go into a slot right up in here. Just line that up and lock that in. Once you have done that, the hand will just untab and rock back and sit right there. So you're just going to leave all that like that for now. You can bring this panel out. Just leave that alone for now. Second verse is just like the first. Just bring that out and just slide that forward. Bring that up. Collapse the arm and bring all of that up. And tab that together like so. And bring that hand back. Then you can bring that panel out. There you go. So once you've done that, you're going to take the arms here and just rotate them downward like so. You can open up his chest, flip his head in, and close that back up. I should have did that before I brought the arms down, but it's okay. There we go. So once you've done that, you bring the arms up like that. Make sure these little panels stay out. There we go. So now we can work on the backpack. So just undo the backpack like that. You're going to just basically undo all this here. You have this gray panel here. Untab that. And then you just untab all of this. Bring all that up. All this will come up. And you have posts that will go into ports right up in here. So just line that up. Plug it in, plug it in. Line it up. Plug it in, plug it in. There you go. Just like that. Once you've done that, this section right here, you want to pull this out without untabbing everything. Pull this out, bring that forward, and then slide it back down like that. And then you can tab all this in, and these panels will just lock in on either side. Get it all lined up just right. There we go. Now that will lock in like that. And once you have done that, we come back down here. And these panels will come in. That will tab into the sides right there. Tab it in. Tab it in. And then all this will come down. And tab in at either side. Close that up. There you go. And then you're going to come down here to these green panels. Just swing this one out. Has a little tab that'll go into this little notch right in here. So just kind of swing that up. You'd have to kind of flex it around to get around that panel, but not to an extreme degree, so it doesn't bother me that much. So get those into place. And then you have the wheels here. You want to bring these out like so. And you have this little like tab here that you need to push down and kind of fold up. It's kind of hard to do, but you want to fold that up like that, and that will keep those wheels from folding back in on themselves. You can rotate that around and just do the same thing on the other side. So just take that and just kind of fold that little tab in. Again, that will keep those wheels. I mean, they still do kind of fold in, but they won't fold in all the way. So there you go. So we have the back half of the train all done. So now we can work on the front half, which is on the lower body. So what we're going to do here, take this gray panel and just bring this up. You want to come back here. You want to undo this panel here, kind of free that up, and then you can open the leg up like that. So once we've done that, we have a bit of work to do here. So this section here is tabbed in right back here. So you just kind of want to pull this out and just swing that up. And it's on a double hinge here, so just kind of swing that up and then just kind of get that to the point where you can kind of have it at an angle like that. Because you need to come in here. There's this little panel right here you have to flip out. And to do that, you want to just kind of swing the windshield outward. That'll give you the clearance to flip this out. And then you can take this windshield and just line it up with everything again. And just leave that hanging there for now. So now, we can bring this panel down. The toes will just collapse down like that. Then you want to bring the foot in. Rotate it. Oops, rotate it this way so the toe's pointing in. I always do that. So just bring that in, and then all that will collapse in like so. You take this section here with the wheels. This will rotate around and just tab in at the other side. And then you want to come here to this little green section and drop this down on a double hinge. Got a little nose piece here. We'll just swing out. Swing it as far as it can go so that way you can bring it back in and it will sit flush with everything else. Then you can open this up. Open this little panel up right there. And just line all this up. That will just secure it right there. And once you've done that, we can just bring all of this together like so. Tie that together nice and securely. Come under here, and this will just lock in right there like that. You want to take these wheels and bring them up, and again you have that same little bit here, this little section here you want to flip up. That again will keep those wheels from collapsing back in. There you go. So once you've done that, this panel here you can just take and rotate that around. This whole section here will just tab in like so. And there you have that half all done. Second verse is just like the first. Okay, so now that we have the two halves all transformed up, you just bring them together and everything should tab together securely Now, I always end up with a little gap right here, and no matter what I do, I have not been able to get it closed up completely. Actually, that's the most I've ever gotten it closed. But I always end up with a little bit of a gap there, but actually that's actually pretty good. Actually somewhat cooperated with me this time. There you go. Get it all together like that. These wheel sections here, you can see there are little tabs here that just kind of link to one another, like so. There we go. Okay, so we can also take these two halves here of the roof and just peg those together. Just leave that there for now. So now for the side panels, they're on a ball joint that's on a really tight tolerance. So basically the way to get this into place is you kind of want to rotate it in at an angle like that and then just kind of swing it in. And then that'll line up with that little tab right there. And then you kind of line everything else up right back there, like that. Get that into place. And you're going to do the same thing here on the other side. Just kind of rotate it in at an angle like that. And then you can just kind of swing all this in. And it should line up. And then you just kind of pull this out so these little tabs can go behind those sections there. And just get everything tabbed together like that. Like that. A lot of panels here as far as getting the train together. And there you go. And the last thing you're going to do is just drop this roof down. You can see you have multiple hinges here. Just kind of collapse everything down like that. And you should be able to get everything down and lined up to where everything should line up on either side, although this part is probably the hardest bit to do. Let's see how well it cooperates with me today. Oops. And I collapsed the wheels in. This is the part that always bugs me a little bit here. There we go. That should all just pop down into place. There we go. I think we got it. Actually had a very hard time doing that when I in the JTI, but actually it cooperated with me today. I'll go for this part. The wheels undid themselves, and let's just get these back together. Come on. There we go. Okay, okay. Those just undid themselves there. It's okay. We got it. We got it. And there you go. There you have Iceland, aka Yukikaze, in his train mode. It's a nice little bullet train. I do quite dig it. Nice, sleek. Me likes. Me likes. Very nicely done. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You do have some transparent plastic there, some smoky transparent plastic there for the headlights. Get some nice transparent plastic there for the windshield with some silver trim. You even get some windshield wipers molded in there. You got a nice metallic-ish green going down the sides. You have transparent plastic for all these windows. Oh no, pretty nice. Here's some little paint apps going across these sections here. You have that back door. Oh no, looks pretty good. And there is the top. There is the bottom. He can roll, as rolling things should. He rolls very smoothly too. Very, very smoothly. And these wheels, you can see they can rotate. So I don't know if they're going to release an actual track for these guys, but if they do, they'll definitely be able to maneuver them quite well. And can do, doesn't work too well on this table, but can do a pretty good turn there. As you can see, when you have those wheels engaged, like that's really cool. It actually works very nicely. It rolls very smoothly, so I do quite like that. So there you have that. And for comparison, here he is with Masterpiece Side Swipe, just so you can get an idea of how that works out. And here he is with MP10 Optimus Prime, same size as MP44 in truck mode, so hey, one less thing for me to transform, but just so you can get an idea of the size here of Iceland, so there you go. Now as far as storage for your accessories, you can, if you want to, just store all this right up top. There's that port right up there. You can just plug that in. Have all that hanging out right back there if you want to. As far as the gun itself goes, the gun does have its own place for storing it. There is a little slot right here. There are tabs on either side of the gun. This slot is very shallow though, so it's not holding on to too much, and it's honestly kind of loose. It works sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Now we got some friction there, but yeah, it doesn't hold on super well. I mean, it holds on well enough, but it wants to fall out. So it's not the most secure, connection point there for that gun. But hey, it's storage. If you want storage, just be careful with it, or you can knock that out pretty easily. But there's the storage for your weapons, and you do get this bit right here, and this is basically coupling for your train here. And this works via magnets, as you can see. You hear them rattling around in there. But basically they just magnetize together, then you just kind of push them down so they will peg into each other. Like that. And this will clip in right back here. Oops, and the gun fell out. Let's put that there. But this will clip in right back here. Now this clip is very, 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 very tight. It's doable, but it's super tight. But there you go. You can plug that in, and you can connect the other trains end to end. Hey, things you can do if you want to do it. So that is pretty much it for the train mode. So now let's get down to combine mode. It's been a while since I've gotten a combiner part that actually has combiner instructions. But yes, this actually has instructions for the combine mode. So we're going to remove this, put this off to the side. The coupling, you want to pull this off. This is so tight. Let me do this off camera real quick. Okay, it's off. All right, so let us begin with the combine mode transformation. So to do that, we're going to start off with this roof section here. Just pop all of this up. This back section here is on a double hinge. So just bring this up, just collapse this down over that section there, like so. And you basically want to just fold all these hinges up. So it'll basically sit like that. That's pretty much how you want that looking there. So once you've done that, you can open up these panels here. Again, just kind of swing it out just to get it out of the way for now. Again, just undo that. Again, just kind of bring it out at an angle so you can swing it out like so. You do want to fold the wheels back in, so you need to flip back these little retaining pieces here so you can fold those wheels back in. And just flip that back like that and fold that in like so. You want to do the same thing for these wheels as well. Just flip those back down so you can fold the wheels in, and bring that back down so you can fold the wheels in, and this whole assembly here will just flip over, and that tab will go into that slot right there. Just line that up, and just give it a good push. And there you go. So, we got that. We're going to come back here, this back door. This whole thing will pop off, and that reveals your combiner port, and this will just store right here in this indentation. Just frictions right in. And that's where that lives. So now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to rock this whole front section up at this hinge right in here. So try to hold the leg steady and just rock all this up. You can see where that's going. And just bring all this up like that. And there you go. So once you've done that, once you've done that, okay, fine, lie down. I need to readjust. You lay there while I readjust. Okay, so once you've done that, just swing these panels back in and then fold this panel back. Swing this panel in. Again, make sure you secure everything where it was. Bring this back, and then these two halves will just connect right back here. And you want to make sure that these panels go into these slots here on the sides as well. So make sure all that lines up nicely. On either side, there we go. I was working on that side, but this side wants to fight me. Why do you want to fight me? Why do you want to fight me today? Just get all that lined up and get everything locked together and tap together under here like so. Boom. And then last little touches we're going to do is we have storage for the gun, and that will just plug into the slot right back here, which works a lot better. That holds it nice and securely right there. And then this big piece right here, you have a tab and a slot for a tab and a slot right there. So just line that up, plug it in, plug it in. And there you go. There you have Iceland in his combined mode. And that's a big old foot right there. That's a big foot. That's a big old footage right there. That's some big square footage, if there ever was square footage. There you go. There he is in his combined mode, and that's a big beefy foot right there. This guy's going to be big. This guy's definitely going to be big. And again, just for comparison, here it is with MP44. You can kind of see what we're working with here. Yeah, this guy's going to be huge. He is going to be huge. So there you go. So there you have Iceland, and yeah, nicely done figure in my opinion. The robot mode looks good, the train mode looks good. The transformation, it does have its fiddle factor going into train mode. There is a bit of fiddling you have to do. It's not to a frustrating degree, but it definitely has some fiddle factor. Quality-wise, it feels good. The plastic feels solid, feels sturdy. Nothing really feels fragile, flimsy. You got some die cast in there, so it gives it a little bit of heft, which is always nice. But overall, I'm quite pleased with this, and definitely looking forward to seeing how this combiner turns out. So there you go. Now, if you would like to go in on this combiner yourself, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Radiatron playlist for all future reviews, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Moon Studio Iceland. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Welcome aboard, sir. And you are? I'm Yukikaze. Yukikaze. Japanese? Duh. Yeah, I figured. Well, thank you for taking me in, sir. I do have one request. Could we maybe turn down the temperature in here? Turn down the temperature? Why? Well, I just prefer the cold. Well, if you like the cold, you can hang out with the refrigerator. Does the refrigerator have a good personality? It's just a refrigerator.